Mindfulness is the act of being fully present, of being aware of what it is that you're doing, where you are, and how you are feeling. In today's world where we're so focused on screens and on our work, it can be easy to lose our sense of being present and our ability to just be. In today's video, I'll be taking you through my evening routine and what are some tips and tricks that I use to wind down and relax at the end of the day. The first thing I like to do to start my evening is to actually light a candle. I believe that scents have such a way of bringing back a memory or bring back thoughts of a particular time in our lives. The candle that I'm burning at the moment is from Peter Alexander, and it is their movie night scent, which smells exactly like caramel popcorn. Now, the reason why I chose this candle is because it reminds me of the caramel popcorn that I used to eat in the cinemas when I lived in Malaysia. It's very nostalgic for me and it reminds me of home. The next thing I do is I remove my makeup. Now, I think that there is nothing better than removing your makeup at the end of the day. To remove my makeup, I use Fancy Face from Go-To, rinse it off, and then I use a face halo as a bit of a gentle exfoliant to remove any dirt and grime that I might have missed. I always make sure to use this in circular motions to remove any congestion or clogged pores in my skin. I then jump into the shower, and for obvious reasons, I'm not going to be showing this part. I'm currently using Dr. Bronner's soap that smells like sandalwood and jasmine, which I imagine is what a log cabin may smell like. Now this is followed by a really gentle facial cleanser from Kiehl's, and I also brush my teeth while I'm in the shower. If I'm feeling particularly fancy, I will sometimes use the scrubby from Lush to exfoliate my body, and it also serves as a bit of a body moisturizer as well as a result of the honey body butter aspect within it. Afterwards, I dry off and get into my kaftan. It's the kind that elderly, old-fashioned Asian women tend to wear. It's a little bit dorky, but I love it. It's comfortable, it's loose, it doesn't make me feel restricted when I sleep. It's nice and breezy, and it makes me feel like I'm right at home. Onwards to my skincare routine. First, I start with Bioderma to set somewhat of a clean canvas for my face. Currently, I'm following this up with the Avocado eye cream for Kiehl's. Now, you can't actually see this, but I'm actually almost out of this product. I then follow it up with Estee Lauder's Advanced Night Repair Serum, which I use a couple of times a week because it's very expensive. I then top it off with the Face Hero oil from Go-To, and depending on how dry my skin is, I sometimes use the Recovery Balm from Ren, which I'm currently trying out as a sample from Mecca. In the words of Zoe Foster Blake, your face stops at your boobs, so be sure to bring that skincare downwards. To end my night, when I want to relax and de-stress, I tend to leave my laptop and phone away and try to pick up a book instead. I'm rotating through a few books at the moment on my Kindle. I always like to have one fiction book in my rotation and a few self-development books because I'm a bit of a self-development nut. The books I'm reading at the moment consist of 10,000 Doors of January, which is supposed to be similar to The Night Circus, which is a book I absolutely loved. Otherwise, I'm also cycling through Atomic Habits, Secrets of Divine Love, which is more of a spiritual book for me. And lastly, I'm also reading a book called Essentialism, which is all about keeping only what's beneficial and important to you in your life. I think that feeding your mind on a daily basis is really essential to making you feel like you're doing something to better yourself on a consistent basis. One of the last things I do before I sleep is I write in my 5-minute journal. Now, I've gotten a lot of questions about this journal. Now, this journal actually costs about 33 Australian dollars, which can be expensive for some people. If you want to try it out and see if this is for you, there is actually an app that you can actually download on your phone. I actually downloaded and paid for this app, and I used it consistently for 3 months before my friend Ariel gifted me the actual journal. So to end my night, I write down 3 amazing things that happened today. And it can be really simple things like I spoke to my family today, or I finished all the work tasks that I intended to complete. And the purpose of this exercise is not to have to celebrate big achievements, but rather to put yourself in a positive mindset that focuses on these small wins, the day-to-day, seemingly mundane activities or acts of kindness that really are blessings that help shape your days and the life that you are building for yourself. And right before I go to sleep, I set my alarms, I drink my supplements and take any medication that I need to, and then that's pretty much it. I blow out my candles, I switch my night lamp off, I put my phone away to make sure that I get some proper rest. And right before I kind of go to bed, what I tend to do is I really take the time to just breathe, really be mindful as I'm breathing, because I feel like we tend to breathe rather shallowly throughout the day, and it's not really often that we're breathing deeply. So right before I go to sleep, I try to breathe in as deeply as I can, and as I'm breathing out, I try to focus on the tension that's in my body, and I try to relax my muscles as much as possible and breathe in as much air as I can fit into my lungs, and just really remind myself that at the end of the day, I'm doing the best that I can, and that's all that anyone can ever ask of you and all that you can ever ask of yourself. I hope that this routine gives you a little insight into the practices I do to relax and really take care of myself. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye.